Everywhere there is life, but you must face death. Honor it. Do not fear it. Jedi Ahsoka.
I want to bring peace and order to the galaxy.
Star Wars: Tales of the Jedi is an animated anthology series set in the expansive Star Wars timeline, focusing on defining moments from the lives of Jedi during the final years of the Galactic Republic. Rather than following a single continuous storyline, the series is structured around short, self-contained episodes that explore personal choices, moral conflicts, and pivotal experiences that shape well-known characters. The tone is intimate and reflective, emphasizing character development over large-scale galactic warfare, while still remaining deeply connected to the broader events that lead into the fall of the Jedi Order and the rise of the Empire. At its core, the series examines what it truly means to be a Jedi. It highlights the contrast between the ideals taught by the Order and the harsh realities of a galaxy plagued by political corruption, war, and fear. The stories place heavy emphasis on emotion, attachment, loss, and destiny, showing how even the most disciplined Force users are influenced by their surroundings and personal relationships. This approach allows the series to expand the emotional depth of the Star Wars universe without relying on lengthy arcs or complex subplots. One of the central narrative threads follows Ahsoka Tano, tracing key stages of her life from infancy through her early training and into the difficult choices she must make as the galaxy descends into chaos. Her journey begins with a quiet, almost spiritual story that introduces her connection to the Force and the traditions of her people. As the episodes progress, viewers see her development as a Padawan, her experiences during the Clone Wars, and the gradual erosion of her faith in the Jedi Order. These moments provide valuable insight into why she ultimately chooses to walk her own path, rather than remain bound by the Order's rigid structure. Parallel to Ahsoka's story is the tragic arc of Count Dooku, a former Jedi Master whose disillusionment with the Republic and the Jedi Council slowly pushes him toward the dark side. The series explores his time as a respected Jedi, his relationship with his apprentice, and his growing frustration with political hypocrisy and moral compromise. Through subtle storytelling, the audience witnesses how noble intentions can be twisted by anger and pride, ultimately leading Dooku to embrace a role that will have devastating consequences for the galaxy. The plot unfolds across multiple timelines, carefully placed to align with established Star Wars canon. Some episodes are set years before the Clone Wars, while others occur during or shortly after major galactic events. This non-linear structure allows each story to stand on its own while still contributing to a larger thematic narrative about choice and consequence. The series avoids retelling major battles, instead focusing on quieter moments that often go unseen but are equally important in shaping the future. Visually, the animation style is consistent with modern Star Wars animated productions, featuring detailed character designs, expressive facial animation, and cinematic lighting. The action sequences are fluid and impactful, but they never overshadow the emotional core of the stories. Lightsaber duels are used sparingly and with purpose, often serving as the climax of an internal struggle rather than mere spectacle. The color palette shifts depending on the tone of each episode, subtly reinforcing themes of hope, loss, or corruption. The cast includes familiar voices reprising their iconic roles, adding authenticity and continuity to the series. Characters such as Ahsoka Tano, Count Dooku, Qui-Gon Jinn, Mace Windu, Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and other Jedi appear throughout the episodes. Their portrayals remain faithful to established personalities, while also revealing new dimensions. The performances emphasize restraint and emotional nuance, which aligns well with the introspective nature of the storytelling. From a factual standpoint, the series was developed as a limited anthology project designed to complement existing films and animated shows rather than replace them. Each episode is relatively short, making the entire series easy to watch in a single sitting. Despite the brief runtime of individual episodes, the storytelling is dense, often conveying significant character development in just a few scenes. This efficiency is one of the series' defining strengths. The release of Star Wars: Tales of the Jedi marked a deliberate effort to expand the franchise through focused, character-driven stories. Instead of introducing entirely new heroes or villains, the series enriches the lore by revisiting familiar figures at critical moments in their lives. This approach appeals to longtime fans who are already invested in these characters, while also remaining accessible to newer viewers who may not be familiar with every detail of the broader timeline. Promotion for the series emphasized its emotional depth and its connection to fan-favorite characters. The trailer showcased a mix of serene Jedi training sequences, tense confrontations, and glimpses of the moral dilemmas faced by the protagonists. Rather than revealing major plot twists, the promotional material focused on atmosphere, music, and visual storytelling, setting expectations for a more reflective and mature Star Wars experience. In terms of themes, the series repeatedly returns to the idea that the Jedi Order, while noble in principle, is deeply flawed in practice. The stories illustrate how strict adherence to rules can sometimes lead to injustice or emotional harm. Through Ahsoka and Dooku, the audience sees two very different responses to these flaws. One character chooses independence and compassion, while the other succumbs to bitterness and control. This thematic contrast gives the series a strong philosophical backbone. The music plays a crucial role in shaping the mood of each episode. Familiar motifs from the Star Wars saga are woven into new compositions, creating a sense of continuity while still allowing each story to have its own identity. Silence is also used effectively, particularly in moments of reflection or grief, allowing the animation and performances to speak for themselves. Overall, Star Wars: Tales of the Jedi stands as a thoughtful addition to the franchise, offering meaningful insight into the lives of Jedi beyond the battlefield. By focusing on personal moments rather than galaxy-spanning conflicts, the series deepens the emotional resonance of the Star Wars universe. It reinforces the idea that history is shaped not only by grand events, but also by quiet decisions made in moments of doubt, compassion, or fear. Through its concise storytelling, strong performances, and thematic depth, the series leaves a lasting impression that continues to resonate well beyond its short runtime.